Now it begins. Yes, it's gonna start all over on needles and pins. I'm so uptight about her. She makes every day a mystery, a true adventure. I should just walk away, but I know that I can't live without her. There she goes, messing with my mind again. Oh no, there she goes, messing with my mind again. Sometimes she does, and then sometimes she don't. Sometimes she will, and then sometimes she won't. Oh, there she goes, she's messing with my mind again.
Welcome to Thematic Nostalgia, and this is show number 37. 37. Wasn't that Casey Stengel's number on his uniform? I think it was. You can look that up. If you don't know who Casey Stengel was, you can look that up too, because that has nothing to do with our theme. Now, the first song I'm going to play was from 1959. Now, the other songs are all from that momentous decade of the 60s. A lot of stuff happened in the 60s. I turned 21 at the end of that decade. A lot happened in the 60s. Now, even though all these songs are top 100 hits, they're going to be hard to figure out. And if you know the names of the groups that are singing these songs, you will solve this theme, because the rest is easy. And it's for that reason. I'm not telling you who sang these songs. That's part of your challenge. So don't worry about it if you don't know the names of the song. Just enjoy the names of the artists, I should say. Just enjoy, and in about 20 minutes or so, whatever it is, you will be told what the theme was. Now, the first song I'm going to play, 1959 song, was a top 100 hit. I think it peaked at number 14. It was a fairly big hit during the time. And this group had a very short-lived television show, and it features sped-up kind of music in a jazzy format, sort of resembling bebop. Now, the personnel in the group are not household names. I will identify them in the graphics, but you probably won't know who they are. I didn't even know who they were. But one person who was in the band, the backup band, the session band, if you will, was somebody I've heard of. Probably you've heard of him. His name was Cannonball Adderley, and he did a very big song. It was a live rendition of Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. But he was just in this band. He had no other credit other than being there. So let's hear from 1959, top 20 hit. It's called Uh-Oh, Part 2. Now, his second song was a big hit back in 1969. It peaked at number 12, and it was from a bubblegum group. Now, bubblegum music was very popular in the late 60s on into the 70s. You may have heard of the Archies, or the Cowsills had some bubblegum hits, or the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. All these were bubblegum groups. But this group that I'm about to play was a concoction of different studio players who came together and made a one-hit wonder. It's called Gimme Gimme Some Lovin', and you may know this group. If you do, it will help you solve the theme. So let's hear that one.
From Atlanta, Georgia, to the Gulf Stream water, to California, I'm gonna spend my life a broken night and day. Say, gimme, gimme good loving every night. You know it's all time. Gimme, gimme good loving, make it alright. To the girl in Frisco, to the girls in New York, to the girls in Texas, you gotta understand that baby I'm your man. Say, gimme, gimme good loving every night. Yeah, you know it's all right now. Gimme, gimme good loving, make it alright. Gimme, gimme good loving every night. You know it's all right now. Gimme, gimme good loving, make it alright. You know it's all right now. Gimme, gimme good loving every night. Gimme, gimme good loving, make it alright.
Our third song may give you the most help of all. It's a Canadian-American rock group. They specialized in folk music, rock music, psychedelic music, and a little bit of British invasion was thrown in there. Now, this next song was a top 100 hit, but it was not their biggest hit. I'm not playing that one because that would be a dead giveaway, but this one may still help you. Now, this group had a lot of big singers, there were a lot of big rock singers in this group who went on to other groups. And I'll throw that into the graphics. Check those out. So here from 1967 is a top 100 hit, and it's called Bluebird. Let's hear that one.
Listen to my bluebird laugh. She can't tell you why. Deep within her heart, you see, she knows all the crying, just crying. Yeah. There she sits, a lofty perch, strangest color blue. Lying is forgotten now, thinks only of you, just you. Oh, so get all those blues, must be 1,000 years, and each is differently used, you just know. You sit there mesmerized by the depth of her eyes, if you could categorize, she got soul. going to fly away. Sadness is her own. Give herself a bath of tears and go home and go home.
The fourth song is certainly a group that only the most knowledgeable 60-files could possibly know. It's really very obscure. Actually, this group had more success as another name. This group was the Strangeloves. You may have heard the Strangeloves. They did I Want Candy, they did Nighttime, they did Carolyn. They had some hits as the Strangeloves. Now, the creators of this group wanted them to sound like the British sound, the British invasion, but they were American. They couldn't really pull off the accent. So, in 1966, this group morphed into the group I'm about to play. Now, the song I'm about to play was a top 100 song. It was a cover of a 1962 song by an R&B singer whose name was Bunker Hill. And that song was Hide and Go Seek. Now, the name of this song is just Hide and Seek, but it's the same song. Let's see if this helps you figure out the theme from 1966, Hide and Seek.
I went down the road was muddy. I stubbed my toe was a hurting. 2 balls of washing powder, 2 balls of soap. Oh, gonna holler, Billy, go. You are here. Ah! 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. And if you hide, then hide. I'm gonna stick it right in your eye. You all here? Ah! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You all here? Ah! Way out there. I went down the road was muddy. I stubbed my toe was a hurting. Poor boy jumped to the bottom of the well. He swam like the devil so he wouldn't go to hell. 2 balls of water powder, 2 balls of soap. Oh, gonna holler, Billy, go. And if you hide, I'm gonna stick it right in your eye. You all here? 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. Ready or not, here I come. Anybody round my place is there?
The last song I'm going to play is by a Toronto-based rock group. I'm about to play a top 40 song by this group, but in truth, it's not their biggest hit. The year before, in 1972, they had a number 3 hit, but I'm not playing that one. Now, this band signed with Capitol Records in 1969 with a lineup of Larry Evoy, Danny Marks, and Paul Weldon. Now, Danny Marks left the group, and the following year, Roger Ellis took over. Now, the band had several hits in the early 1970s, but they had more success in Canada. There they had 10 songs to chart on the Canadian charts. Here they only had 3. So, from 1969, I'm going to play Close Your Eyes. But don't close your ears. Listen carefully. You might pick up who this group is. Last song, and I will reveal the theme after this is played. Let's hear it.
I dreamed she came back home last night, asked her where she'd been. She said, I'd been around the world and it almost did me in. She said, I hope you didn't wait too long. I have no sense of time. See, you written one last song and I realize it's mine. Think of all the times we talked, sing a nursery rhyme. Close your eyes, I'm right beside you. Run for miles, you know I'll find you. 'Cause it's all the same. Change your lovers, change your name. If you need a friend, close your eyes, I'm back again. Really came back home last night. Seemed as if she'd changed. Said that she'd go back to school and try things once again. But you knew it didn't take too long till she lost her way. And all the reason in the world could see she couldn't stay. As I helped her pack her things, it didn't hurt to say, close your eyes, I'm right beside you. And run for miles, you know I'll find you. 'Cause it's all the same. Change your lovers, change your name. If you need a friend, close your eyes, I'm back again. 'Cause it's all the same. Change your lovers, change your name. If you need a friend, close your eyes, I'm back again.
I'm thinking that was pretty easy for you Gray Panthers. The Nutty Squirrels. Of course, everybody knows the song. The Nutty Squirrels were a ripoff. They came into existence after the Chipmunks. Most people know that from our generation. And Crazy Elephant. That's a big hit. Gimme, Gimme Good Lovin'. So those two probably gave you the answer right there. Now, Bluebird Might have been a little bit hard, although Buffalo Springfield was a very big group. Their big song, of course, For What It's Worth. Now, the one I threw in there that was probably impossible to get was Hide and Seek by The Sheep. Now, The Sheep came into existence after the Strangeloves. They tried to pass themselves off as Australians. They didn't really last all that long. They had this hit and one other bubbling under hit. And the last song by Edward Bear, well, that might have been a little bit tough. But Edward Bear did have a distinctive sound. They were big in Canada, as I said in the introduction. Their number 3 hit, Last Song from 1972, is very well known in the United States. So, from this point on, we're going to do more mammal groups. First up, we have an aquatic mammal, seal. We're going to play from Batman Forever, the theme, Kiss from a Rose. And we're going to follow that one up by a top 10 hit. This was number 6 for Cat Stevens. It's a cover of a Sam Cooke song, Another Saturday Night. Let's hear those two.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. There is so much a man can tell me, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. There is so much a man can tell me, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. To me you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Now won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the your roses in bloom. A light hits the gloom on the grave.
Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I got in town a month ago. I've seen a lot of girls since then. If I can meet them, I can get them, but as yet I haven't met them. That's how I'm in the state I'm in. Oh, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Another fella told me he had a sister who looked just fine. Instead of being my deliverance, she had a strange resemblance to a cat named Frankenstein. Oh, yeah, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. It's hard on a fella when he don't know his way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my money, I'm gonna have to blow this town. Oh no, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I'm in an awful way. He's in an awful way. I'm in an awful way. I'm in an awful way. He's in an awful way.
Ready for another two? Well, let's do two cats. The first cat is a cougar. This is a big hit from 1982. It peaked at number 2. It hurts so good. The other one is a Thematic Nostalgia gem, a song I bet you never heard before. It's from 1965. It's Bubbling Under. It's one of those beach type songs. It's about a car GTO, but it's called Gito Tiger. It's about a GTO. All right, let's hear those two.
When I was
shifter and the wildest screaming miller around.
Call him Tiger, call him Tiger.
I mean a 389 all super tuned to really shut him down.
Tito Tiger,
Drag strip, Tito bluff, on the street, she looks tough. GTO, that's enough. Listen to her growl, she's always on the prowl. Tito Tiger, go. She's got a wide track action on her groovies and a red line tire.
Tito Tiger, Tito Tiger.
Transistorized ignition and a power pack of 3 new car.
Call him Tiger, call him Tiger.
And she chews up other cars, yeah, 426 gold car.
Tito Tiger,
Drag strip, she don't bluff, on the street, she looks tough. GTO, that's enough. Listen to her growl, she's always on the prowl. Tito Tiger, go. You gotta fasten your seatbelt and we'll make it to the drags on time. We're going hunting for a Mustang or a dual quad 409. We're gonna shoot them all down before they even get off the line. Drag strip, she don't bluff, on the street, she looks tough. GTO, that's enough. Listen to her growl, she's always on the prowl. Tito Tiger, listen to her growl, she's always on the prowl. Tito Tiger, listen to her growl, she's always on the prowl. Tito Tiger, go, 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 go.
I would be remiss if I didn't play the king of the jungle. We just had 2 cats, but no lion. So we're going to play a rock song from the late 1970s. This is a top 100 song, but it's one you probably haven't heard. It's by the British Lions, and it's called Wild in the Streets. On April the 24th of 1971, two songs hit the chart at the same time, the very same week. One was a top 40 song, and one only bubbled under. They're the same song, but I'm going to play the one that bubbled under, because that's one you probably have not heard, but you have heard the top 40 version. It's about Lieutenant Callie, and it's by John Deere, D-E-E-R, with no E at the end. The more popular version by C Company, featuring Terry Nelson, was more or less a folk song, and that will be followed by a group that has very expensive taste, Blue Mink, from 1970.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who wanted to grow up to be a soldier and to serve his country in whatever way he could. He'd parade around the house with a saucepan on his head for a helmet, a wooden sword in one hand, and the American flag in the other. As he grew up, he put away the things of a child, but he never let go of the flag. My name is William Callie, I'm a soldier of this land. I've tried to do my duty and to gain the upper hand, but they've made me out a villain, they have stamped me with a brand. As we go marching on, I'm just another soldier from the shores of USA, forgotten on a battlefield 10,000 miles away, while life goes on as usual from New York to Santa Fe. As we go marching on, I've seen my buddies ambushed on the left and on the right, and their youthful bodies riddled by the bullets of the night, where all the rules are broken and the only law is might. As we go marching on, while we're fighting in the jungles, they were marching in the streets. While we're dying in the rice fields, they were helping our defeat. While we're facing VC bullets, they were sounding our retreat. As we go marching on, with our sweat we took the bunkers, with our tears we took the plain, with our blood we took the mountain and they gave it back again. Still all of us are soldiers, we're too busy to complain. As we go marching on. When I reach my final campground in that land beyond the sun, and the great commander asks me, did you fight or did you run? I'll stand both straight and tall, stripped of medals, rank and gun, and this is what I'll say. Sir, I followed all my orders and I did the best I could. It's hard to judge the enemy and hard to tell the good. Yet there's not a man among us who would not have understood. We took the jungle village exactly like they said. We responded to their rifle fire with everything we had. When the smoke had cleared away, 100 souls were dead. Sir, the soldier that's alive is the only one can fight. There's no other way to wage a war when the only one in sight that you're sure is not a VC is your buddy on the right. When all the wars are over and the battle's finally won, count me only as a soldier who never left his gun. For the right to serve my country is the only prize I've won. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Suddenly I woke this morning, the light was dawning on me. scratching my head, I looked out to see bright new day here to stay.
People all around not making a sound, but taking the air, trying not to choke, breathing the smoke they leave everywhere. Blown away, bright new day.
The world is ours, the place we all share together, and all together there's such a lot to share. Let's keep our world a fair place for people to live in, and we can live in a world for which we care. Why does everybody try to ruin everything that really matters in this world today? Don't they know that this is our world? This is our world. Everybody's joking while the kids are busy smoking. People really must be joking if they think it doesn't happen here. Yes, it happens in our world.
Suddenly it seems the ocean has lost its motion for me. Troubled waters gently gliding, a black cloud sliding by me. Wish I knew what to do.
Take a look ahead, don't bury your head like an ostrich below. Everybody stop, blowing the top of a wonderful world. Everyone having fun. The world is ours, the place we all share together, and all together there's such a lot to share. Let's keep our world a fair place for people to live in, and we can live in a world for which we care. The world is ours, the place we all share together, and all together there's such a lot to share. Let's keep our world a fair place for people to live in, and we can live in a world for which we care. Why does everybody try to ruin everything that really matters in this world today? Don't they know that this is our world? This is our world. Everybody's joking while the kids are busy smoking. People really must be joking if they think it doesn't happen here. Yes, it happens in our world. Na 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 na. It's our world. It's our world. Na 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 na. It's our world. It's our world. Yes, it is.
Well, it's time to close the show, but before we do, we're going to play one more song. This is a 1982 cover of Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the group Wolf. This is an electro version. You might not have heard it, but it did peak at number 55 on the top 100 in that year of 1982. Please watch the graphics. I'm going to put on the screen many more mammal groups that you may or may not have heard of. Some are top 100 hits. Others are bubbling under hits. Thank you for watching Thematic Nostalgia, show number 37.
the 3rd of September. A day I always remember, 'cause that was the day that my daddy died. I never got a chance to see him, never heard nothing but bad things about him. Mama, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth. Mama just wanted to say something. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Hey mama, I heard popcorn set for Jack of all trades. Tell me, is that what sent Papa to early grave? Folks say Papa would beg, borrow, steal to pay his bills. Hey mama, folks say Papa never was much of thinking. Spent most of his time chasing women and drinking. Mama, I'm dependent on you to tell me the truth. Mama just wanna say something. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone.
let me tell you, and I swear that I'm sincere. I'd give the world